Collective, what's good, family? That last reading I just did was heavy. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Michael the Archangel's about to execute somebody. Okay, go watch that. It was heavy. I had to take a little minute. I had to take a minute, okay? All right, let's see what's going on in the collective. What's going on, spirit team? What does the collective need to know? What do they need to see? This might be a part two. The energy is heavy right now. Judgment is hanging in the balance. Okay, it all depends on the decisions of those who like to play around. This might be a part two. I don't know. We're gonna see what's going on, spirit. Keep on going, exploring, embrace the unknown with curiosity, letting each journey shape your path and wisdom. Okay, keep on going. Somebody is on their journey. That's giving me the Fool card, the way she's standing at that edge like that. Okay, somebody may need to take a leap of knowing. Embrace courage and determination, forging your path with confidence and readiness to overcome obstacles. So, whatever obstacles you have had to overcome or you are overcoming, look how he's climbing the mountain and it's like once you climb this obstacle, you'll be at this edge, okay? And you're going to need to take a leap of knowing. So once you get to the top, you may be just arriving, overcoming some sort of obstacle, some sort of challenge. Been very courageous in doing so, okay? What is this? Horseshoe. Luck will pass you by, disappointment, disconnections with others, mistakes. You will have to stand up to someone. Mm, that might be the challenge, okay? Standing up to someone. Something may have been very disappointing. Something may be very disappointing. There's a need to stand up to someone swiftly, quickly, because I'm looking at this horse energy. All right. You could be a Sagittarius. I don't know why the cards are coming out a certain way, but I'm kind of seeing them energetically the opposite way. Standing up to someone is the challenge. All right. And after you do so, you'll be able to take this leap of knowing that you'll be able to face any challenges that come before you in the future. Okay. These triple D's be in the way sometimes. You know, you gotta tuck them in. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we got addict, confusion, chaotic consequences, destruction and disorderly, inner pain, self-deception, intense desire for control. I really feel like there's somebody in your life, okay, take a how reverberates, that is, because when I saw the horseshoe card, I felt like this individual is a major challenge. This could be a parent, all right? This could be a spouse, somebody who has a lot of presence in your life, all right? Could be a family, more than one, a group, certain members in your family. Um, they bring a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos with them. Uh, a lot of disorderly, a lot of inner pain, possibly as well. So again, I'm seeing it. I should lay it out the way I'm seeing it in the spirit. Let's get a couple more. Somebody also is addicted to chaos. This person is not going to change. Wow, devouring mother. Selfishly loving, emotional manipulation, incompetent dependency, homicidal, cruel, gaslights, hateful, my God from glory, go dependent, guilt trips. Wow. So somebody could be dealing with a mother figure who has been operating in this devouring mother. This mother figure is unfortunately somebody you might have to cut off if you want to um have a successful future, because that's a lot of energy. That's that right there, that devouring mother right there, right there, right there. I hear somebody saying, why me, Lord? It is not funny, but this mother is like been problematic, is at the very least. This mother could be an addict, okay? You could be a mother faced with some addictions. You may be working on overcoming the challenge of being a mother and being an addict, okay? You've had some disappointments. Take it how it reverberates. Give me one more, spirit. Get better. Let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got going on here. Um, what do I need to get? Tarot. Hmm. And then I'm gonna get some hard truths. That seems appropriate. I'm gonna get some tarot first. We have the devil on the split of the deck. So somebody may be dealing with some sort of addictions, okay? Or dealing with someone who has addictions. Homicidal. God damn. Somebody could be addicted to something um in a way where you may not be conscious of it, but you could be addicted to it, and it's almost like self-harm. Well, it is self-harm, but what I'm saying is it's like sometimes I look at certain, like food addiction. You know, when you see somebody is already, I'm just gonna use this as an example because you don't necessarily have to be fat to have a food addiction. It's some skinny people that got food addictions. You understand what I'm saying? Um, but somebody who's like 300, 400 pounds, and yet they don't stop. We see it all the time on social media with the mukbangs, mukbang, those particular kind of content creators. They be huge and they still eat the way they eat. You know what I mean? And I say, well, it's honestly like, instead of them just taking a pew pew and just pow out of there, they just doing it slowly with food, because there's only one end that's going to come to that. If you're already 450 pounds and you're eating large quantities of food, or you're eating the wrong kind of food, you know, every time they turn on the camera they got a piece of chicken or fried chicken or macaroni and cheese and all kind of stuff, and they're eating things. It's like slow suicide. You understand what I'm saying? Versus just going ahead and getting it over with. um which neither one of those really, you know, my heart goes out to anybody dealing with that energy. um but this could be what's going on. It doesn't have to be food. It could actually be some sort of drug, some sort of substance. It's getting to the point, because when I'm looking at this homicide, I'm looking at like, yeah, but this could be self-harm. Self-harm. Okay. Now if this is somebody in your life that has just been problematic, and this is maybe a parent, a mother, this is a connection you may need to let go. Allow spirit to ground you so that you can continue exploring. So there's a challenge here possibly with a family dynamic. And somebody does need to face the challenge. You do need to speak up for yourself. You do need to put your boundaries up. Okay, so you can continue to take this leap of faith, this leap of knowing. All right. Okay, so let's clarify some of these. Exploring spirit. We have temperance in the reverse. And be patient with your journey, is what I'm hearing. There's a lot on your shoulders. I just caught a quick something right here that wasn't there before. There it go again. There's a lot on your shoulders. You feel like there's a lot on your shoulders. Be patient with yourself. And that's my left side. So you may be going through a dark night of the soul. You may be having to face inner pain from childhood, do some inner child work. Your masculine energy feels pained, like life has been hard. Clarify the temperance. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you've received a lot of you've been receiving a lot of something about life hasn't felt balanced. It hasn't felt like you've received justice. Someone is exploring healing for sure, tapping into healing, curious about healing, needing to take a leap of faith towards healing. You've been doing a lot on your own, okay? You've been doing a lot of things on your own. I don't feel like this is something that has just started. I feel like as a child, maybe you were, you know, left by yourself a lot, had to tend to yourself a lot. Clarify, keep on going. But this is something you are capable, though. You're very capable. The Nine of Pentacles is actually good energy, and so is the Six of Pentacles. But with it clarifying the reverse temperance, it tells me that there's still some inner work, some healing that needs to be done. And you are feeling like you have to do it on your own. There's nobody to help you. Possibly that's the Six of Pentacles. There's nobody to give, there's nobody that you can receive. Page of Swords. I'm sorry, the Ace of Swords. Keep on going. Nine of Pentacles. It landed on the Nine of Pentacles. Even though you are alone, even though you are having to do it on your own, um, Spirit wants you to keep going because you're headed towards calmer waters. That's why I'm picking up with this. Yes, you do and are in need of healing, and you have been alone, and you have received a lot of things that have caused a lot of hurt. But there's also some positivity coming out of this Six of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles that I sense. Okay, Spirit wants you to keep going and face the obstacles that you're facing, even though you do may feel alone, and you may actually be alone. There's calmer waters that you're headed towards. I feel like this little man in the boat is a spirit guide. Okay, so even though you may be 3D alone, you're not alone in the spirit. Okay, you're not alone in the spirit. Somebody is assisting you to guide you. Could be an ancestor, could be a spirit guide, ascended master. Okay, for someone, a deity for someone. But you have someone with you, and they want you to keep going, to trust the process. Is what I'm hearing. The Fool. Not surprised she came out. Right, taking the leap of knowing. We have the Eight of Wands. You may not have anyone to talk to about the things that you're going through, that you're experiencing. Yeah. Four of Wands in reverse. Five of Wands. So, what Spirit wants someone to understand is that despite you not having anyone to communicate or to talk to, or feeling like you don't have your soul tribe or you don't have family you can turn to, there's a lot of resources that you do have. Part of the reason why you're in solitude is to keep peace around you at this time while you are healing. Okay? While you are healing. So the breakdown in communication, the broken communication, is showing up, manifesting to keep conflict from around you at this time while you are exploring your healing journey. Clarify horseshoe, because somebody is hella manipulative and very dominant. This doesn't even have to be a male energy. This could be someone who is operating in, you know, toxic masculinity. Okay, could be a female. Clarify horseshoe. Okay, we have the reverse Knight of Wands, and we have the reverse Ten of Swords. You could feel like, good fortune has passed you by, like success in some endeavor or success in life has passed you by. You could be thinking about a lot of the mistakes that you have made. All of that is a part of healing, because eventually you think about it enough to start looking at why you made them. And then you start looking at, well, why you made that decision, and then you get eventually to the root cause of it. And it really all a lot of times comes down to healing from something that you didn't have anything to do with, injustices that you received in childhood, you know what I'm saying, in past lives, past life karma. You get to the root eventually. So it's not necessarily a bad thing that you are looking at your mistakes. um it's going to lead you to a rebirth even if you don't see it now. Somebody also could be attempting to energetically hold you back. Maybe you feel like you've lacked inspiration, you've lacked validation in your life. People that you would think would validate you, support you in your endeavors. um there's a rebirth here for you as you're facing the whys, the hows, the what I could have done differently. It's kind of how it all starts. So someone may be at the very beginning of their healing journey, okay? So you may feel a little bit in despair right now, maybe a little sad, isolated. It gets better. It does get better. Just keep going. Nine of Cups. It gets better. You're being led towards your true wish fulfillment, what you truly desire. We got a reverse a Queen of Swords, and the reverse Emperor. God dang. Okay. Somebody is hella gaslighty, verbally abusive, manipulative, dominant, overbearing. With the reverse Nine of Wands, and this energy is all to keep you broken down. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Ten of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. The reverse World. Give me one more. Why is the world in reverse? A cycle's not closed. So you may, like I said, be facing yourself in the mirror. And at the point of you listening to this message, whenever you listen to this message, that phase is not quite closed yet. Ace of Wands in reverse. It landed on the Nine of Pentacles. There's a certain independence you're headed towards, and it doesn't just have anything to do with where you stay, whether you stay with family. Doesn't have all to do with money. It's a spiritual independence. It's an energetic independence. It's the knowing that you can take leaps of faith, and your spirit team has you, the divine has you. You're safe, right? It's a knowing that you're safe. um this is an independence that hasn't quite come yet. Somebody's feeling a little bit stuck with the Eight of Swords here. Okay, so it's like I'm picking up an energy of someone asking, when is it going to be over, this particular phase? How do I get out of this particular phase? You have to get through it. You go through it. Okay. It's no just waking up in the morning and the dark night of the soul is over until it's over. You know what I mean? And when it's over, you know it's over. So you don't have to question when it's going to be over. You know it's over. So that's why I'm picking up this energy of your spirit team sending you the message to keep going, to keep going. It's very difficult, very challenging. Anybody that's been through it knows. Okay, but you're not alone. A lot of us have gone through it. All right, and we go through it cyclically at times. Okay, if you shouldn't be in a constant dark night of the soul though. Like at some point you should reach some damn sunlight. You know what I mean? But healing is cyclical. Healing happens in phases. But someone's in the dark night of the soul, and your spirit team wants you to keep going. Your spirit guide wants you to keep going, to not give up, to not lose strength or lose hope. Okay? Clarified addict, the hermit, confusion, chaotic consequences, destructive, disorderly, inner pain. So you're going, yeah, you're going in that tunnel, okay, and you're going into the tunnel, all right, into the cave. I heard, don't be afraid, okay. You're going to have to dig up some inner pain, some things that you may have not thought about or visited in many years, but it has to be visited. It has to be for healing to come. It has to be. So don't ignore it. Don't avoid it. Take the cup from spirit. All right. You remember the part when in the Bible where Jesus was in the garden and he was asking, the Father to let this cup pass from him. But if it be thy will, right? And he took the cup. So we all have this moment where we are in this Garden of Gethsemane type energy, right? Where we have to take the cup. All right. This is how healing starts. This is how it starts. It does cause a lot of distress. It does cause a lot of sadness. It does. So I feel you. I feel you. It can be stressful, but on the other side of it, as somebody who has experienced it, you're going to be so glad you took the cup. You're going to be so glad that you weathered the storms, okay? Because it forges for you, it gives you a tenacity, a confidence, a spiritual confidence, a joy that can never be taken from you. So even when you have people around you, like family, people who will only be willing to see you one way, it no longer matters. It's like there's a force field around you that just cannot be penetrated by that kind of energy. Okay. And life actually does become enjoyable, even when it can be challenging. It becomes enjoyable. All right. So, again, your spirit guide is saying, keep going. All right. Trust the process. Clarify, devouring mother spirit. Six of Cups in reverse. This is who you're healing from. Yeah. Your future, you're going to be celebrating in the future that you overcame this energy. Okay. Now this could also be the devouring mother aspect of the mother herself. And we all have to go see Mama Do. Like we got to. There's no getting around her if you really want to heal. And the purpose of her being devouring, she can be chaotic. Okay. She can be a little selfishly loving because she's the mother. Like, you gonna love everything else and not me? Okay. Uh, we'll get that up at you. Okay. And that's her job, is to remove from us the things that does not honor ourselves, because she created us in her image. She created us in her frequency. She created us with her divinity and her sense of being creator. So because we have the ability to create, then and when we're not in line with her, then we create things that don't honor ourselves, and subsequently we create things that do not honor her. So you may be coming into the phase of tapping into the devouring mother aspect. This could be, this aspect of her could have been reflected to you through a mother figure. But when you're talking about a spiritual journey, this aspect of her is the part of her that does say, come into the cave. Come on in here, dog. Come on in here, daughter. Come on in here, son. I know it's dark. I know it's dark, but keep going through. And on the other side, there's a light you're going to get to that is just, I mean, you're going to be celebrating, because this is a new foundation. This is a Queen of Wands. Can't make it up. Okay. So your future is this Queen of Wands, Four of Wands, Six of Wands. I'm sorry, arrival. That's even better, Spirit. Okay. Queen of Wands, Six of Wands, celebration, arrival, victory. All right. We do have the Ten of Pentacles here in the reverse. Again, the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So all of this could be reflected into the universal mirror for somebody through a mother figure. Through a mother figure. That experience is what you're healing from. And it's pushing you into this darkness. It's pushing you into the shadows. It's pushing you to deal with that pain. After a while, you'll be able to see past the individual and see what the individual represents, and see the connection to the mother herself. Okay. Um, and then it gets better and better after that. All right. Once you let her do her perfect work. Clarify is, wow, it gets better. And I forgot this was over there. It gets better. Clarify, please. The Page of Swords in reverse. This is what you may not have experiential knowledge of right now. Queen of Swords. Now the Devil is in reverse. Releasing toxicities, releasing limiting beliefs, recovery. I should have took all of those out. Clarify. Page of Pentacles, and it lands over here with the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. The very energy of independence that you are in the reverse in right now, you're going to be in the upright. They're trying to bring you justice. They're trying to bring you the freedom that you seek, that your soul is calling for, a certain liberation. But it's a process, and it has to be done in phases. And you have to prove yourself. You know, you have to prove yourself. To graduate, you have to get the lesson, you have to take the test, you got to get an A. Okay. You got to do well in school to graduate. So there's a new beginning here that you're not fully aware of. The Three of Pentacles landing here on the Nine of Pentacles. It kind of landed in between, but it's landing over here in the beginning energy with your spirit guide that you were collaborating with to help bring you to this new beginning. The Star, the Ace of Swords. Mm-hmm. Because what you're needing to be reminded is that you are a star seed. Okay. What you're needing to be reminded is that you are a star seed, not just in theory, but in real life, live and in color. Okay. Justice for a star seed. There's been a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos. So keep going. Okay. I'm going to clarify this star seed energy for you. Hybrid angel star seed. Okay. I wish they had a. Why did they? Okay, never mind. And because you can't see the writing because the colors. A multidimensional being with the grace, purity, and service oriented wisdom of an angel, combined with the advanced awareness, galactic memory, and interstellar lineage of a starseed. They are here to uplift, anchor light, and act as a living bridge between heaven, earth, and the stars, embodying harmony, higher truth, and divine will. This is you. So you absolutely got to keep going. Okay. If there was an opportunity to quit, it ain't you don't got it. You feel me? Like you don't have that opportunity. We need you to keep going. Okay? We need you to keep going. This is why the fight has been so hard. This is why you have felt so misunderstood. Cause that's a whole frequency right there that like, come on now. You're awakening to this. Tell us more. Hybrid angel and starseed. Joy bringer, earth angel. And if we don't need more joy around this motherfucker, I don't know. Elevates the vibration of any space they enter. Often humorous, radiant, and artistically expressive, they bring levity to heavy hearts and inspire lightness of being. I love it. I love that. Intercessor and anchor. Anchor says, grounds chaotic and scattered energy with steadiness and calm, often present in crisis or transition. They help stabilize others emotionally, spiritually, and energetically through their presence alone. Intercessor prays, channels, or meditates on behalf of others, acts as a divine bridge, calling in healing, protection, or transformation for people, places, and collective energies. Yeah. All right. Let me get you some alchemy of awareness. Yeah. So when your spirit guide keeps saying in my ear to keep going, tell them to keep going. That's the gist of it. It's hard. It's very difficult. Okay. You are in the dark night of the soul. You are at the aspect of dealing with the devouring mother, but she's doing everything that she's doing is out of her love for you because there's a lot that we take on when we forget. Okay. When we forget that we got all of this beautiful starseed and angel energy, there's a lot that we take on energetically that just simply dishonors us. And she has to do the job to come clean that up. And we have to do the job to let her, okay? And to process through it with patience. not being hard on yourself. You know, there is going to be a period where you're going to be looking at your mistakes. You're looking at them, but you don't beat yourself up over them. It's over. It's done. It's done. The question is, why did I do that? And then when you get that answer, go and ask, well, why did I have that? Why did I do that? And then when you get that answer, go ask, well, why did I do that? Till you get to the root cause. It usually has a lot to do with somebody else's opinion, social normative conditioning, you know, religion, even. It has a lot to do with a lot that ain't got nothing to do with you. So then you could just let it go because you recognize that's not my story. I can rewrite my story. I can step into my true authenticity, you know, but not a pity party, not self abuse. There's, you know, human condition is imperfect. The human condition is imperfect for a reason. Distant devotion is showing up. You don't have to be everywhere to prove your love, and sometimes the highest choice is absence. Choosing yourself isn't selfish, even if others don't understand. You are not here to contort or for you're not here to contort for comfort or perform closeness to have others feel at ease. Let your energy ripple through the quiet places where no one can see you, but everyone feels you. You are allowed to love from afar. Okay, so you may be needing to keep your distance from some individuals right now, or your spirit team is keeping some people from around you. However, that's working out, it's for your greater good. Okay, space keeper. Without needing to fix or flee, you know how to simply sit with someone in their storm. People feel like they can bring their real selves to you, their grief, their joy, their shame, their dreams, and not be turned away. You hold emotional space like the night sky, offering vastness without needing to fill it. Don't underestimate what this offers to the world. Few know how to create this sacred space. So, a lot of people see you in the past, have seen you as a sacred space, okay? Somewhere that they can, someone that they can go to and they can kind of unload themselves. But if you are in a process of healing, then your devotion to clearing your space and keeping your space clear is needed right now. You may be not really used to being alone, and that feels uncomfortable. So if you've been seeing like people are like, you feel like there's an energy that is repelling people from coming towards you, that's for a reason, because your spirit team is wanting you to have the space and time to focus on you. Okay. Most earth angels have this energy of wanting to be in service, all the time wanting to serve, all the time wanting to give. But we cannot want to serve to the point that we neglect our own lessons and healing and holding space for ourselves, because a lot of times earth angels don't have anybody that serves them, because we're so good at serving. Nobody thinks we need any help. Nobody thinks we need a hug. Nobody thinks we need to hear, you can do it, because we're always the one telling somebody they can do it. And so we, you know, spirit makes and isolates us at times, okay? Because there may not be anybody that we can truly receive that kind of inspiration from. We have to get it from our spirit team. We have to get it from the divine. Okay? Let's see. Let me get some more here. Center stage. There's a half-hearted, half-lit dream waiting in the wings while practicality has taken the spotlight. You say you believe, but you have mapped escape routes in case it doesn't work out. The fire you seek won't ignite from the sidelines. Dare to burn the backup plan and dismantle the detours. Your dream was never meant to play second string. Give it the stage and bet on becoming more, taking the leap of knowing. Okay. Taking the leap of knowing. As you come through this healing process, you're going to um you're going to see exactly how you can serve. And there's this edge. That's why they started with this. There's this edge you're going to come to once you clear these obstacles. There's an edge you're going to come to where you'll be able to take the leap of faith, and it's closer than you think. It's closer than you think. No guru, lover, or achievement will ever hand you the missing piece. It was never missing to begin with. Seeking wisdom is valuable, but don't mistake the map for the destination. The answers will always lead back to you. Turn inward to the depths of your soul. The further outside of yourself you search, the more distant the power of your truth becomes. Ashe. This has been the Message Collective. Please do not hesitate to jump in the comments and let your girl know how it reverberated. Thank you so much for being here with me and holding space to hear this message. Like, share, hype it up, all right? All that good energy. If you're not a subscriber, this is your official invitation to subscribe. Come on over here with us for a little while. Stay a while, okay? Love to have you, all right? Turn on your notification bell so you know when I'm back with another message. Also, if anyone is in need of a personal reading, all of the information, the link is in the description, okay? Take it to my website where you can book and I'll get it done for you. All right, fam. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.